Battle Through the Heavens God, the Flame Emperor Chapter 236, Sealed Door. Hearing this, Xiaoyan also suddenly came back to his senses, and then moved quickly. In the void, the spirit of resentment was hit by Xiaoyan, and the ghost qi in the body continued to leak out. Then, like a deflated balloon, the volume rapidly shrank, and then it slowly turned into pieces, blowing in the wind. Shabu! Shabu! Some blood-red fragments tried to escape towards the depths of the ghost town. These blood-red shards are the remnants of the resentment spirit. If they escape like this, a new resentment spirit will appear after hundreds or thousands of years. However, Xiaoyan also had other uses for the blood-red shards, so he would definitely not give the blood-red shards a chance to escape. Many of the shards were instantly captured by Xiaoyan, eliminating all the vitality of the spirit of resentment. Next, it's time to harvest. Xiaoyan also looked at the blood-red shards in his hand, and then slowly walked a few steps towards the water in front of him. The water was also blood-red at this time, but it was separated into two pools on the left and right. Xiaoyan also laughed. With a wave of his hand, the water immediately reunited, but it seemed that something was missing from the water. Go! Xiaoyan said softly, then loosened his hands, and the blood-red shards in his hands also slowly fell. The water at the bottom of the ghost town well saw the blood-red shards falling from Xiaoyan's hands, and it also trembled with spiritual excitement. Puff! As the blood-red shards in Xiaoyan's hands fell, the blood-red water also instantly burst into many bubbles. The bubbles continued to rise, but the temperature at the bottom of the ghost town was surprisingly low at this time, and which bubbles were constantly churning. The original blood-red fragments were also swallowed and slowly digested. 1 minute. 2 minutes. After a while, Xiaoyan felt that the water in front of him became extremely rosy. Yes, it is ruddy, like an apple-like ruddy, not the blood-red color full of strange aura just now. Success. Xiaoyan was also overjoyed, and then stared at the pool of water in front of him. Although the volume had shrunk a lot, this amount was enough. Immediately, Xiaoyan also took out the good jade bottle, and carefully filled the water in front of him. The cautious appearance caused the Golden Dragon King to burst into laughter. In Xiaoyan's words, this is a major matter of devouring. Blood spirit ice liquid is such an important thing. How can it be wasted? Maybe it's just a little bit related to the success or failure of swallowing the holy flame in the future. So under the roar of the Golden Dragon King, Xiaoyan also collected all the water in front of him without falling. 17 bottles? A full 17 bottles. Xiaoyan knew the terrifying low temperature of this blood spirit ice liquid, and there were as many as 17 bottles, and he also had a little confidence in swallowing the holy flame. Holy flame! Wait for me. Xiaoyan carefully put away 17 bottles of blood spirit ice liquid, and then murmured. I don't know if Yuero and the others are okay. Forget it, they should be fine, I'll go take a look first. Xiaoyan also shook his head. Although the blood spirit ice liquid was harvested from this trip to the infernal corpse forest, after all, there is something in this ghost town that attracts Xiaoyan, so Xiaoyan will not leave easily. It's finally at the bottom of the well. How can this ghost town well be so deep? It's really weird. Mu Feng's voice came slowly. Who? Yuero also followed Mu Feng to the bottom of the well, and then suddenly saw a man in black with a heavy ruler on his back, but at the bottom of the well, there was not enough light so he couldn't see anyone clearly, so he was also vigilant. It's me? Why did you come down? Xiaoyan also called out. The flame, and then the light shone. Mu Feng and Yuero also saw Xiaoyan's true face, and immediately felt relieved. Hey, it's not that Yuero is worried about you, because she's afraid that something will happen to you, Mu Feng said suddenly. Hearing this, Yuero's pretty face was also slightly red, but it was not easy to find in this ghost well. Xiaoyan, have you noticed anything? Yuero also hurriedly changed the topic. Nothing to find, I just came here and was entangled by a mysterious creature, and there was some fighting. But it ran away. Xiaoyan also sighed. The temperature here seems a little cold. The atmosphere here is also very strange and cold. Mu Feng looked around at the bottom of the ghost town, and did find some traces of fighting. Xiaoyan, where are the things you need? Mu Feng's eyes moved, as if he remembered something. He said, it should still be inside. Xiaoyan also looked contemplative. Inside. According to my investigation, there is an extremely terrifying existence sealed in the depths of this ghost well. If it's still inside. Mu Feng also hesitated. Does it have to be? Mu Feng turned back. Life is at stake. Xiaoyan responded indifferently. Let's go, while we still have some time, let's take a good look at this ghost town, and just show you how good I am, hehe. Mu Feng also smiled, obviously knowing that there are powerful forces in this town ghost well. Xiaoyan's existence is also resolutely forward. Xiaoyan is quite surprised by this, many of them are moved, such a friend is indeed worth meeting. Let's go. Don't worry, there will be nothing wrong with me. Xiaoyan also smiled and took the lead in walking away. Yeah, Yuero bit her lips slightly. Hey, this is what I said, okay. Stealing my lines again. Mu Feng also complained extremely depressedly, but the discerning person knew that Mu Feng was just a knife-mouthed and tofu-hearted person, and it was just talk. The three of them drove slowly along the passage at the bottom of the ghost town well. The speed is extremely slow. Obviously, in this unknown and dangerous place, we have to control the speed and drive slowly. After all, the unknown is the most terrifying. Go here. Here. This. The three kept walking in the ghost town well, all led by Xiaoyan, because Xiaoyan used the reason that something deep in the town ghost town called him, so the two did not have too much doubt. Be careful, this is already the edge of the depths of the ghost town. Xiaoyan also suddenly reached out to stop the two, and then said in a low voice, what is in the depths of this ghost town? Why is this morning sound so sad? Mu Feng had obviously been out fighting monsters and ghosts for many years, so he was quite sensitive to these things. I don't know, but be careful. Xiaoyan also said, and then Xiaoyan came here under the guidance of Long Yi before, otherwise, with Xiaoyan's words, the intricate road of this ghost well is enough that it can make Xiaoyan dizzy. Is there no road here? Xiaoyan whispered in his heart and talked to Long Yi, while his master Dragon King was paying attention to the movement around him, and he would tell Xiaoyan as soon as there was any trouble. Here. This seems to be the sealed door in the ghost. Chapter 237, The Mighty Sealed Door. The Gate of Seal. Xiaoyan lowered his voice slightly after hearing Long Yi's shocked words. That's right, that's it. The roads in this town ghost well lead in all directions to let the creatures who are looking for the other half of the twin ghost emperors get lost, and the water at the bottom of the ghost town well just now is also formed by humans. As for the Gate of the Seal, it is the closest to the twin ghost emperors. It is only available in this place, in order to prevent those who are interested in having other ideas about the place where the twin ghost emperors are sealed. But it is said that there is a sealed gate in the place closest to the twin ghost emperors. It was specially set up in order to isolate the twin ghost emperors. It seems that the legend is true. Long Yi also said slowly. The Gate of Seal, that's it. Xiaoyan also stared at the giant black gate in front of him, and couldn't help but muttered. There was indeed a huge black gate in front of Yuero and the others. The huge black gate slowly cut off the entire passageway, as if they were tightly stitched together. The black giant gate is naturally the gate of the seal where the ghosts of the secluded spring and Mu Yingying came to, but the first few waves were helpless, so they returned. Xiaoyan's huge soul power instantly covered the black giant gate, and the result of Xiaoyan's investigation was quite puzzled, because the result of Xiaoyan's investigation is that there was no fluctuation on the black giant gate. Just when Xiaoyan frowned, Mu Feng also spoke. This giant gate is so weird. At this time, Mu Feng also noticed that Xiaoyan had stopped, and then turned his head to see the black giant gate blocking their way. What's so strange? Yuero obviously had little contact with these things, so she didn't have much perception. There are several completely different forces on this giant gate that constantly maintain the balance. The ghost well in the ghost town is full of ghosts, but there is no ghost at the giant gate in front. Even if you feel it carefully, you will find that the ghost town in the ghost well is quite afraid of this giant gate. Could this be the legendary sealed gate in the ghost town? Mu Feng also said slowly, and after speaking, he walked towards the giant gate in front of him, trying to find out. This Mu Feng really has two strokes. Xiaoyan was also surprised. Obviously this Mu Feng knew a lot. When Xiaoyan finished speaking, he also stood in the same row as Mu Feng, facing the huge black gate in front of him, and Yuero was behind them. Shabu shabu. Mu Feng's fingers lightly touched the door of the seal, and an extremely small three-colored light appeared on the door of the seal, and then attacked Mu Feng violently. Be careful. Xiaoyan also immediately felt that the door of the seal would not be so simple. He had been on guard for a long time, so when there was a change in the door of the seal, he instantly pulled Mu Feng away, and then Xiaoyan also flickered, trying to dodge. Attacked by this power, the three of them all flashed away, dodging the small three-color light attack, and the three-color light also rushed behind the three people at a very fast speed. It's so dangerous. Mu Feng also said with a false alarm. The attack of the three-color light just now was extremely terrifying. Xiaoyan, thank you very much. Mu Feng also looked at Xiaoyan gratefully, and then turned to stare at the sealed gate. Why are these three colors of light familiar? Mu Feng also murmured dully. Just as the three of them were staring at the black door of seal in front of them, the three-colored light that had just rushed behind Xiaoyan and the three also bounced back again with a flash. The space around the three-color light trembled slightly, apparently because the three-color light was a little weird. Damn it. Be careful. Hearing this, Yuuru didn't have time to ask, but she felt that she was being pushed. Afterwards, Xiaoyan also shouted loudly, and then instantly pulled out the ancient ruler on his back, and collided with the three-color light that came in a flash. Boom boom boom. When the two fought, there were no monstrous battle ripples, but the two were stalemate in the passage space like petrification. Cough. Cough. Xiaoyan also took a few steps back to stabilize his voice, and some blood spurted out instantly. The three-color rays of light were unscathed, and then returned to the black seal gate, and the giant gate returned to darkness, as if it had never attacked. Xiaoyan. Yuuru also shouted when she saw this, and she obviously understood that the target of the three-colored light attack was clearly Yuuru herself, but Xiaoyan actually did it for herself. At this time, Yuuru was extremely worried about Xiaoyan, and Yuuru ran over to support Xiaoyan. I'm fine. It's just that the power of the three-color beam of light was too terrifying, that's why it's like this. Xiaoyan finished speaking. The hand that was holding the ancient ruler also trembled slightly, which was obviously the aftermath of the battle just now. This three-color beam of light is very powerful, and it also contains the power of space, so I didn't discover it. But when I met it, I was shocked by it. And I can feel that these three colors of light should have some distance restrictions, but they won't go back to the door of the seal. Xiaoyan also analyzed. Well, be careful. Yuuru also bit her lip slightly. Obviously Yuuru didn't want to see such a hindrance, and the idea of becoming stronger was deeply ingrained in her heart. It was also because of Xiaoyan's help and a series of encounters that Yuuru's personality was constantly changing. Long Yi, is there no way to do this? Xiaoyan also said unwillingly. The greatest treasure was right in front of him, so he had the heart to give up. The door of the seal contains three completely different powers. Unless you directly destroy it, there is nothing you can do. It's just that if you destroy it directly, even a 7-star Dode powerhouse wouldn't dare to try it. You just felt the power of these three-color beams of light, and a small blow is comparable to that of a 5-star Dode peak powerhouse. Long Yi also said solemnly. Xiaoyan heard the words. There is no frustration. If this so-called treasure is too easy to get, it will not be called a treasure. If I absorb all the power of this sealed door into my body, can I open this sealed door? Xiaoyan's pupils also became hot. After all, his body has already been refined and expanded by the power of as many as 23 heavenly fires. Although the power on the door of seal is very terrifying, Xiaoyan also has the confidence to give it a try. How? No. Xiaoyan, you are courting death. Long Yi also said angrily. Obviously he didn't expect that this seemingly weak Xiaoyan would actually try to absorb it with madness. The power that devours this sealed gate? The sealing power of the door of seal is specially set up to seal the twin ghost emperors. The power of the other half of the twin ghost emperors is comparable to that of a human 7-star Dode. If Xiaoyan wanted to devour these powers, he would be seeking his own death. Damn it! Xiaoyan saw that this was no good for that, and immediately became irritable, because Xiaoyan also felt that in addition to a rather evil aura, there really was a mysterious power in the door of the seal. Calling Xiaoyan. It seems that I have a way. Mu Feng Chapter 238, The Way to Crack. What way? Xiaoyan said in disbelief after hearing this. Before coming into contact with the three-colored light emitted by the door of the seal, in addition to what Long Yi said, Xiaoyan also knew the horror of the door of the seal. Xiaoyan also tried the space shuttle handprint, but it didn't work at all. After all, this space shuttle handprint also requires Xiaoyan to go to the place to travel. As for this kind of sealed space, there is no way to do it. Xiaoyan, I have to ask you a question. Mu Feng said solemnly. Yes. Xiaoyan also responded. I do have a way to open the door of seal. It's just that behind the door of this seal is a terrifying ghost sealed in it. Mu Feng also said solemnly. Don't worry, what I need is indeed in it, and if I lose it, I will definitely leave, and if something is precious, it must be enjoyed with life. I understand this truth. Xiaoyan also walked over calmly on Mu Feng's way. Well, Xiaoyan, you are a rare friend. Mu Feng also smiled. Okay, let's go. Xiaoyan also patted Mu Feng on the shoulder. Be careful when you go in. Although I don't know what's behind the sealed door, the power of the ghosts in it can't be imagined. Okay, get ready, I'll take you in. Mu Feng also said. The universe is yin and yang, gossip is boundless, and the broken is destroyed. Mu Feng gestured with a wonderful handprint in his hand, and then muttered in his mouth. Following Mu Feng's actions, the space where they were at this time also faintly produced some strange movements. In the originally quiet space, some rather peculiar powers emerged from Mu Feng. The dark blue light in this dark passage is also quite strange. At the moment of Mu Feng's use, there was a slight vibration in the originally peaceful sealed gate. Obviously, Mu Feng's power was similar to the power on the sealed gate. This kid's gossip skills have actually reached the level of perfection. It's really good. The Golden Dragon King's admiring voice also sounded in Xiaoyan's mind. What is the treasure behind this sealed door? How can it make me feel quite familiar? It shouldn't be. The Golden Dragon King also wondered. Go. When Mu Feng displayed his handprint, sweat dripped from his forehead. Obviously, this kind of display was extremely exhausting. Remnant. Mu Feng uttered a word, and then a black azure light from the handprint also emanated from the handprint, and fell directly on the black giant door. The strange thing is that it was not absorbed by the door of seal, but was attached to the seal on the door. Break. Another low voice sounded, and then a larger force also emerged, facing the door of seal. Destroy. Then came another. Return. With the last sound of Mu Feng, the aura in his body also soared to the limit. Blue, black, white, yellow. 4 auras continued to surround the door of the seal, and then the next moment, Mu Feng's tightly closed eyes suddenly opened. Go. Mu Feng spit out a little, and suddenly a black-blue douqi that gathered Mu Feng's douqi was also directed towards the 4-colored light on the door of the seal. Shabu shabu. The huge black sign just came into contact with the 4-color light, and the 4-color light also quieted down, and then surrounded each other, slowly surrounding. Tai Chi gossip. Gather. Although Mu Feng had very little vindictiveness in his body, he did not stop at this time, and his handprints were changing. Swoosh. The 4-color rays of light on the door of seal also slowly merged, and then a pair of black and white Tai Chi gossip also appeared on the door of the seal. Black and white, standing quietly in the center of the sealed gate. It's a good way. At the moment when the Tai Chi gossip appeared, Xiaoyan also felt that there was a small gap above the originally indestructible door of the seal. Although the gap was extremely small, it was still captured by Xiaoyan. Xiaoyan, let's go, Mu Feng said with great difficulty. Obviously, maintaining the Tai Chi gossip requires quite a lot of douqi, and at this time, there is not much douqi left in Mu Feng's body. Yes. Xiaoyan nodded, and then without hesitation, it turned into an extremely small flame of light, ignoring the Tai Chi gossip on the door of seal. Just after the flame light entered the Tai Chi gossip, Mu Feng also sat down and gasped. Don't worry, I left something on Xiaoyan's body, so I can know his safety, so I don't have to worry about it. Let's wait for him here. After speaking, Mu Feng closed his eyes and recovered his douqi. Xiaoyan, I will pray to the goddess of the moon for you, I hope you are safe. Yuero also bit her lips slightly. Muller, don't be presumptuous. It's not your turn to talk here. I thought the ghost was also roaring. Obviously, this Muller's strength is mediocre, and he wants to order them, which is really a fool's dream. Humph. There are only 5 days left until the point looting competition. Tomorrow is the time when the cloudy moon will come, so we must move ahead and remove the excess resistance before the cloudy moon arrives, so that we can concentrate on resurrection at that time. Lord Twin Ghost Emperor Muller also said slowly. Humph. It's not your turn to talk about these things. The ghosts were also unconvinced. Mueller is also angry. But I expected you guys to be like this. See what this is. Mueller also laughed suddenly and took out an object from the ring in his hand. Ghost Emperor's order. How could it be outside? The figure among the ghosts was also terrified. Obviously, this blood-colored token is quite good. Seeing the Ghost Emperor is like seeing the Ghost Emperor. You still won't kneel. Mueller also said arrogantly. Participate in the Ghost Emperor. All the ghosts can only kneel helplessly, because this Ghost Emperor has powerful power, so they are also. According to the order of the Ghost Emperor, I will start planning ahead today for the recovery of the Ghost Emperor tomorrow. Do you understand? Mueller said solemnly. Yes. The ghosts also shouted loudly. Kill, let these humans who participated in the point-grabbing competition know that our ghost world is not so easily defeated. Wait until the Ghost Emperor breaks through the seal, and none of the people here will be able to escape. Wahaha. Muller's voice was also very strange. It looks like it should be successful. How dare you swallow half of the Twin Ghost Emperor? This secluded spring is really. Hong Yi also said slightly, looking at the secluded spring in front of him, who was neither a ghost nor a human. The ghost of the quiet spring devoured half of the Twin Ghost Emperor, and then the black light in the abdomen slowly spread to the limbs of the ghost of the quiet spring, and the ghost of the quiet spring exuded an extremely terrifying power. Strange, how come the number of people participating in the competition has gradually decreased? Do they all enter the 3rd floor? Inside the pavilion, Wu Zhang was also puzzled. Let's go, Yin Yu is also coming, I'll take you to see the things sealed in this Yin Corpse forest. Xiao Yu finished speaking, and also walked towards the ghost. Chapter 239, Forbidden Bridge. Shabu Shabu. According to Mu Feng's Taiji gossip technique, Xiaoyan cleverly entered behind the door of the seal. As soon as he entered the door of the seal, the overwhelming ghost energy suddenly rushed towards his face, which greatly surprised Xiaoyan. Because the intensity of this ghost energy was like a body of water, Xiaoyan couldn't help but frown slightly. Then Xiaoyan waved his hands, and he could feel a lot of pressure. It really deserves to be the place where the Twin Ghost Emperors are sealed. It's really different. Xiaoyan was also surprised. Behind the door of seal, the space is very huge, but if you look around, there is a slowly flowing river not far away, and above the river, there is a rather magnificent boulder. This is the Golden Dragon King was also surprised in the ring. Master, what is this? Xiaoyan also asked softly. Come closer, it's too far, and I can only vaguely sense it. The figure of the Golden Dragon King also appeared floating, and then his golden pupils stared at the boulder above the river. Yes. Xiaoyan replied softly, then covered his body with milky white flames, and walked towards the river not far away. The unknown is the most terrifying, so Xiaoyan is also careful to be on the safe side. Huge soul power instantly covered this space. Xiaoyan found that the river didn't seem to be so simple, and besides an extremely terrifying evil aura above the boulder, there was an even larger force slowly surrounding it. According to Xiaoyan's guess, the evil aura should be the other half of the Twin Ghost Emperors. As for the even greater power, it should be the seal used to suppress the Twin Ghost Emperors. After all, Xiaoyan also knew from the words of his master, the Golden Dragon King, that all sealed places have seals, or just relying on strength, the time of the seal is also short. The power of the two is balanced, so Xiaoyan doesn't have to worry about the Twin Ghost Emperors breaking through the seal. Otherwise the Twin Ghost Emperors that is comparable to the level of a human 7-star Dodi, and his own fate will be. However, it is strange to say that since Xiaoyan entered here, the morning sound has disappeared without a trace, because Xiaoyan can be sure that when he was outside the door of the seal before, there were indeed some morning sounds inside, but I don't know why it disappeared. Something seems to be calling me in that boulder. Xiaoyan raised his head suddenly, his eyes fixed on the boulder, and a spontaneous call filled his heart. This place is so weird, be careful. The Golden Dragon King is also saying, This should be the place where the twin ghost emperors are sealed, so it's better to be careful. Xiaoyan controlled the milky white flame, illuminating the entire space, and he was shocked to discover that in this space, the river was actually black. And the entire space is divided by this black river, and there is no passage through the river. This discovery made Xiaoyan also vigilant. His dark brown pupils glanced around slightly, trying to find some clues. Time passed by, but nothing was found. When he got close, and came to the edge of this black river, Xiaoyan also carefully probed. The black river in front of him should have a width of tens of meters. The water in the river is dark in color, comparable to that of ghosts, but there is no passage at all here. When he turned his eyes, he just threw himself into the river, and the white bones appeared at the bottom of the black river. At the same time, Xiaoyan's pupils shrank tightly. This river is really weird. Xiaoyan also said. Obviously, when Xiaoyan saw this black river dividing the entire space, he knew that this river would definitely not be so simple. Go. Xiaoyan's dark brown pupils turned slightly, and then under Xiaoyan's control, a milky white flame flew towards the other side of the river. Because Xiaoyan was standing on the edge of the river at this time, the milky white flame also passed over the river at the next moment. Puff puff. The terrifying power instantly suppressed the milky white flame. In the blink of an eye, the milky white flame was suppressed and fell directly into the black river like a falling stone. Then Xiaoyan saw that the milky white flame just fell into the black river and it was instantly extinguished. Xiaoyan understood the power of this milky white flame, but it was extinguished in an instant. This black river was also full of weirdness, and it seems that there is something above the black river. As soon as the milky white flame touched the sky above the black river, it was suppressed and fell into the river instantly. At this time, Xiaoyan was also vigilant. He clearly understood the terrifying power contained in this black river. If he had not been vigilant to test it out, then his fate would also be. Damn it, what the heck is this? Xiaoyan also cursed secretly, although he knew that the treasure should be right in front of him, but Xiaoyan didn't dare to rush forward, so he also cursed. Is this the forbidden waters? The golden dragon kings. Golden pupils also moved down from the boulder. The actions of Xiaoyan just now were naturally seen by the golden dragon king, and the golden dragon king also seemed to think of something. Forbidden waters. This was also the first time Xiaoyan heard of it, and he immediately lowered his voice. He knew from the word and his just testing that this would definitely not be a simple thing. Forbidden waters, there is a mysterious prohibition that isolates all power. It is a prohibition set up specifically to isolate the power of intruders. Forbidden water bridge over forbidden waters. The space above this black river is the forbidden waters, and above it, no matter how terrifying the power is, they will be like ordinary people, only walking slowly one step at a time through this forbidden waters. However, you can summon the bridge of the forbidden waters by some means and pass through the bridge. The golden dragon king also said slowly, but there was a rare solemnity in his voice. Master, don't worry. Xiaoyan also stopped for a while and said, obviously this kind of difficulty had already been realized when Xiaoyan entered this ghost well. That's all I know. It depends on the situation. If something goes wrong, just run away. The golden dragon king also said. Yes. Xiaoyan also responded. Prepare first. The golden dragon king finished speaking, and then a terrifying wave was instantly displayed, and then attacked into the black river. It is also strange to say that the attack of the golden dragon king did not fall into the black river, and as the power spread in the black river, boom boom boom, with the golden dragon king's shot, a straight bridge also appeared over the river, illusory and full of danger. Is this the forbidden water bridge? Xiaoyan also adjusted himself slightly, then stared at the bridge in front of him. The whole body of the bridge is transparent and straight, leading from under his feet to the other side of the black river. Now that you're ready, let's go then. Xiaoyan also stared at the forbidden water bridge in front of him, and without hesitation, he stepped on it. Chapter 240, Grit your teeth and move forward one step at a time. Xiaoyan stepped onto the forbidden water bridge with a solemn expression. Let's go. Xiaoyan just took the first step on the forbidden water bridge, and obviously he felt the pressure coming from all directions. The terrifying suppression was like a 10,000-pound boulder, and Xiaoyan's teeth could not help but make a slight noise. It was obvious that Xiaoyan was persevering with gritted teeth and stubborn bones. However, Xiaoyan was pleasantly surprised to discover that the Nigong pills in his body, which had not made any progress, were slowly expanding under this terrifying suppressive force. Although the speed was extremely slow, it was truly expanding. The size of this Nigong pill is related to Xiaoyan's strength as a battle formation master, so Xiaoyan is also relieved to move on. But, evil. Xiaoyan also spoke intermittently. Obviously, this forbidden water bridge is well-deserved. Then Xiaoyan didn't care how difficult it was to conquer the forbidden water bridge. He slowly raised his right foot and stepped down viciously in front of him. Boom! Xiaoyan just lifted his right foot, as if he had several kilograms of boulders suppressing Xiaoyan, and then Xiaoyan only lifted a distance of 10 centimeters, and then slowly fell again. The terrifying prohibition on the forbidden water bridge suppressed Xiaoyan. Inflammation is also very uncomfortable. Ah! As another step fell, Xiaoyan also shouted loudly. In the beginning, above the forbidden water bridge, there was gravity that suppressed Xiaoyan, but as Xiaoyan slowly deepened, he was surprised to find that there was a terrifying spiritual power above the forbidden water bridge. The terrifying spiritual power instantly filled Xiaoyan's body. At this time, Xiaoyan had already advanced to 1/3 of the forbidden water bridge. The terrifying mental pressure instantly permeated from the Black River under the forbidden water bridge. As soon as the invisible force touched Xiaoyan, Xiaoyan roared. The terrifying spiritual pressure directly attacked Xiaoyan's spiritual sea. You must know that at this time, Xiaoyan's spiritual sea was only a few feet of space, very weak, and being attacked by this invisible spiritual coercion, he couldn't help roaring. Damn it! At this time, Xiaoyan couldn't help but see some blood in his pupils, which was obviously an injury caused by being attacked by mental coercion. On the one hand, Xiaoyan took heavy steps, and on the other hand, it was also to resist this terrifying mental pressure. He had just displayed his huge soul power and wanted to use his soul power and spiritual coercion to resist it, but Xiaoyan was surprised to find that the soul power had just been born, and all of it sank into this black river. As if this black river has a strong attraction, he is quite fond of soul power. Immediately, Xiaoyan also displayed his aura, trying to resist. But vindictiveness is the same as soul power, it just disappears when it appears. This is. The accident suddenly found that Xiaoyan's pupils shrank tightly, and then he kept looking at the Black River and the forbidden water bridge above the river with a solemn expression. It's troublesome now, Xiaoyan also said in a deep voice. He could feel that this invisible mental pressure was enough to shatter his body. Moreover, this mental coercion seems to be quite wise, and it often attacks instantly only when Xiaoyan is not prepared, making Xiaoyan also vigilant. At this time, Xiaoyan stopped moving forward, because although Xiaoyan did not know when this terrifying spiritual pressure would attack him, Xiaoyan could feel that this powerful spiritual pressure was beside him. Once you appear weak, what awaits you is. Xiaoyan stopped moving forward, but the enormous pressure on his body also suppressed Xiaoyan to bow slightly. Xiaoyan looked around and found that this black river was very strange, as if there was something. According to Xiaoyan's guess, that terrifying spiritual pressure is likely to exist in this black river. In the sky above this black river, there is a mysterious prohibition that prohibits all forces. Although the water forbidden bridge is summoned, the terrifying gravity suppression on the water forbidden bridge also makes Xiaoyan breathless, not to mention that there is still a hidden force in the dark. The rather terrifying spiritual coercion. No wonder so many people died in this forbidden waters. They all went through a lot of difficulties and finally came to this sealed land, but they didn't expect that this place is full of dangers. It really deserves to be the core area of the town Ghost Well where the twin ghost emperors are sealed. Xiaoyan also said with difficulty. After a short rest, Xiaoyan started his journey forward again. The feet are constantly raised and lowered gently, as long as they pass through the forbidden waters, then what is waiting for them is. Thinking of this, Xiaoyan is also cheering up. One step. Step 2. Strange, this mental coercion seems to have disappeared. Xiaoyan now advanced to the center of the forbidden water bridge, but he was not attacked by the mental coercion, which was very unreasonable. Xiaoyan, be careful. The Golden Dragon King's voice suddenly recalled. Bang bang bang. Just when the voice of the Golden Dragon King sounded, a terrifying wave was brewed in an instant, and then a heavy attack hit Xiaoyan. At this time, Xiaoyan had no defenses on his body, and his soul power and vindictiveness were also unable to be used as if they were sealed. Facing such a terrifying mental pressure attack, if he were an ordinary person, he would have already fallen. What? A roar also came from Xiaoyan's mouth, and then an explosion spread out instantly. However, even in the face of such a terrifying attack, Xiaoyan still stood firmly on the forbidden water bridge, which was obviously unreasonable. Faced with such a terrifying attack, Xiaoyan had bloodstains to varying degrees on his eyes, nose, and mouth at this time. Obviously, it was quite difficult to defend against such an attack with his body. Although Xiaoyan suffered a lot of injuries at this time, Xiaoyan was also surprised to find that just when the mental coercion attacked him, the magic movement natal inscription that was hanging quietly at the donghua in the body was also there was a violent tremor. It seemed that he had an extremely intense feeling of the mental pressure that attacked Xiaoyan just now. Xiaoyan's dark brown pupils turned in a circle, and then walked forward at a rapid pace. Invisible spiritual coercion. Seeing that his second attack was also at a disadvantage, he couldn't help but brew a bigger attack again. Mental attack is an attack method that destroys the nerve brain in the human body. If a person's nerves or brain are attacked and seriously injured, then what awaits him is either a mental retardation or a loss of intelligence, and he becomes a crippled person. This is the horror of a mental attack. Xiaoyan was advancing continuously, and he was about to reach the edge of the forbidden water bridge in a blink of an eye. A terrifying spiritual force also attacked Xiaoyan instantly. Boom boom boom. The terrifying invisible and colorless spiritual attack hit Xiaoyan again, but there was no monstrous explosion, and Xiaoyan was also standing steadily, but at this time Xiaoyan was laughing. I've been waiting for you for a long time. After speaking, he waved his hands, and a small but dazzling rune slowly stood in front of Xiaoyan, and that terrifying spiritual power was also strangely attracted by a small rune in front of Xiaoyan. As soon as the Shendong natal rune appeared, it turned into a vortex with terrifying suction, absorbing all the mental power that attacked Xiaoyan in front of him. The mysterious spiritual power also seemed to have found something wrong, and just wanted to escape, but unexpectedly, the suction force of this magic movement natal inscription was soaring, and it was absorbed without a trace. After Xiaoyan absorbed such a terrifying spiritual power in front of Xiaoyan's magic movement natal inscription, Xiaoyan also discovered that the donghua, which was originally only a few feet deep in his body, suddenly swelled at an
Hi. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get updated on my latest video. Thank you for watching.